Okay, we'll go ahead and bring the city council meeting to order. I would like to first ask everyone to stand and join in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Aaron, can you please do roll call?
Jenny Bowers-Schultz.
Here.
Matt Dyer.
Here.
Tyler Fulenkamp.
Here.
Scott Murray.
Here.
Abby Wilder.
Here.
Okay, was everyone given a chance to review the minutes from the previous meeting held on November 4th? Any corrections, deletions, additions?
Make a motion to accept them as emailed.
Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. First of all, we have a great group of people here, but I have two of them that we usually introduce at the beginning of a meeting. I have two girls here from the Mayor's Youth Council. If you guys don't mind introducing yourself.
Hello, my name is Bridget Gamble. I'm Olivia Bessison.
Okay, thanks for being here, guys. All right. Okay, first we have the 2026-27 CEDAT plan discussion and ordinance 2025-17 second reading. So we talked about this, the 2-year plan for the CEDAT. We talked about this last meeting.
The capital improvement plan.
So this ordinance is presented to council for the second and final reading.
I make a motion to place ordinance 2025-17 on its second reading by short title only. Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Ordinance number 2025-17, a capital improvement plan for the city of Decatur for calendar years 2026 and 2027.
I move to adopt ordinance 2025-17 on its final reading. Second.
Motion is second, roll call vote.
Jenny Bowers-Schultz.
Yes.
Matt Dyer.
Yes.
Tyler Fulenkamp.
Yes.
Scott Murray.
Yes.
Abby Wilder.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance passes. Okay, next we have ordinance 2025-18, amending the ordinance for time for regular firefighters working relief. It's a second reading.
I move to place ordinance 2025-18 on its second reading by short title only. Second.
Motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Ordinance 2025-18, an ordinance of the City of Decatur Common Council amending ordinance 2024-12, C1 and C2 regarding time for regular firefighters working in relief.
I move to adopt ordinance 2025-18 on its final reading. Second.
Motion is second, roll call vote.
Jenny Bowers-Schultz.
Yes.
Matt Dyer.
Yes.
Tyler Fulenkamp.
Yes.
Scott Murray.
Yes.
Abby Wilder.
Yes.
Okay, ordinance passes. Next we have the Redevelopment Commission, their 2026 spending plan. We need to make a matter of record. I think they passed it in their last meeting.
Correct. So as part of the Redevelopment Commission's ongoing requirements, reporting and requirements with the Department of Local Government and Finance, beginning in 2024, they were required to adopt and pass an annual spending plan, which is then subsequently presented to City Council. That spending plan has been completed and approved by the Redevelopment Commission at its last meeting at the beginning of November and is now presented to Council for consideration and approval. So, entertain a motion to
Make this plan a matter of record.
correct. Thank you.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay, motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, next we have some amendments to the employee handbook. I think this is just more informational than anything.
So I had sent this to everyone, and I also gave everyone a copy. After your review, were there any questions in regard to the changes?
All seem to make sense. Streamlining, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and every year we look at the employee handbook to make it make sense, and it's keeping up with the times, so.
we need to approve the changes. Next meeting will be the resolution of the changes, but we just
Correct.
need to,
This was more for discussion
Right.
and, giving council an opportunity to weigh in on that, and then the resolution will be presented first meeting in December.
perfect.
Okay. Now we have, I'm just gonna let Erin talk about it. Some distributions that, she needs to discuss.
Okay, so tonight we want to discuss some legislative changes that have been made regarding the distribution of FIT, which is the Financial Institutions Tax, and also the CVIT, which is the Commercial Vehicle Excise Tax. And this starts this last payment of 2025, which we've actually just received. In the past, these distributions were always divided among different funds, general being one, MVH, Parks and Rec, CCD, fire pension, and also police pension. I've attached a spreadsheet, or actually you guys have a spreadsheet that shows those distributions over the last couple of years so that you can see the dollar amounts there. We would receive a form from the auditor's office and they would have that breakdown of the distribution and we would receive those monies in. As of July 1st, 2025, HEA 1392 outlines that these distributions will no longer be broke down by funds and will be receipted into the general fund only. These changes simplify the distribution process and relieve the county auditors of the responsibility for calculating fund level allocations to local recipients. As a city, we can either leave these distributions in our general fund with no further action, or calculate and distribute the amounts into whatever funds we would like. These monies will take on the restriction of whatever fund that they are receipted in. With this last option, though, council would have to approve where the distributions are to be receipted by either resolution, ordinance, or council vote. My recommendation is just to leave these distributions in the general fund. When I prepared the 2026 budget, I did not allocate these distributions in anything other than the general fund, so that will not affect us for next year. I leave that up to you guys then, what you would like to do.
I'll make a motion to move forward with Aaron's recommendation and leave them in the general fund.
I'll second.
Motion is second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. Thanks,
Thank
Erin.
you.
Thanks for your work on that.
You're welcome.
Do you have anything else? Yes.
I don't believe so.
Okay. Do you, Ian?
I do have one thing, actually, I apologize. I just wanted to let the council know that we did receive our 1782 from DLGF, and our budget was approved for next year, so we're good to go there. There weren't any changes to budget appropriation line items or fund amounts. There were some changes because of the tax availability of the assessed values, but we are good to go for next year. So I just wanted to let council know.
Good
Great
deal.
job.
Good job, Erin.
Yes. I mean, I think
know.
Erin needs, she
Look at
deserves
me,
a
I'm
round of
all red.
applause on this,
I agree.
on a budget.
Yeah.
Seriously, coming into
What?
budget season right in the middle of a budget was huge, and she just took it on like a champ. She did a great job.
$2 million bucks, is that what it is, roughly 22? That's what we're calling.
I believe our budget's 12 for the entire, yeah.
12, I'm sorry.
If you have
I
a
can
few,
find out the number for sure.
if you have a few extra, Eric, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Trying to set it
All right.
up too.
Okay, but no, she did great work. I mean, she came in at a hard time and hit the ground running, so we really appreciate that.
Luckily, I had a direct line to Kevin Hackman,
That's
so
right.
that was helpful.
That's right. Okay, so last on the agenda is something very important to me and important to a lot of people. We have this wonderful group of people sitting out in front of us that are all here for John Schultz. We have Cochrans and Rubels and Millses and Schultzes all here. I laugh because Lisa and Becky said the last time they were in here was when John was retiring. And I remember that day like it was yesterday. John was a mentor to me for sure. And I had the honor to speak at his funeral not too long ago, and it was a big deal to me. I did keep it short because I knew Becky was following me, so I kept it short and sweet. But John brought me on the BZA and Planning Commission back in about 07 or 08, and then he hired me as utilities auditor in 2009. So I had the luxury of working with him for quite a few years. Enjoyed watching him run the city. I knew how much it meant to him. Every day, having an office right next to him was awesome. And got to learn his love of family, the city, St. Joe, Belmont, everything. You know, John just loved this community, and he showed it every day. Love to hear him say top of the morning in the morning, and love to hear him say Miller time at the end of the day. It was a special experience for me to get to work with him and learn from him. So I think it's very fitting that we're going to do a resolution in his honor tonight, and I'm so glad that Tim's the one that gets to read it. So, but anyone else have anything they want to share?
I think the mayor said it well, learn from him. I learned a lot from John. When I got on council, I was the young kid with an opinion, and John put me in my place once or twice.
I might remember that.
He wasn't afraid to get a little louder if he thought he needed to, but he did it out of, I think, respect and out of great love for the city. But Dan also said, and I'll reiterate, that he absolutely loved this city, but he loved his family even more. You guys meant the world.
Yep.
And Becky spoke so eloquently at the funeral mass, and it was neat to see. You did a great job memorializing him and caring for him with your family. Brendan, it's good to see you.
So,
I have
Tim?
to echo too what both these guys said. I was also a young kid when John put me on this position. When I called him up and said, "Hey, John, I'd really like to be a part of that," and he goes, "Come here, I'll take you under my wing and I'll show you how this is done." So I owe a lot to John too. Maybe I wasn't as close as Dan, but he also got me to start where I'm here. So he's still living through all of us, I guess, if you want to
100%.
hope.
I get to echo that as well. Getting an opportunity to be a part of Greater Decatur and getting introduced to how city government functions and the importance of planning and his mentorship and getting to see firsthand the dynamic between my dad and John. And I had the opportunity to share with Becky how incredibly grateful I am to have had that time with her dad and know full well that I've had wonderful examples to get to be where I am today through both our dads. So very grateful for that.
Okay. Well, I will entertain a motion to.
I just want to add one
Oh,
thing.
go. Okay.
So I didn't necessarily work with John or even know him that well, but he knew my parents. But not so long ago, I was walking downtown and I was thinking, what would Decatur be like if John's vision wouldn't have come to light? Like if you walk downtown and look at it, this wouldn't have happened if he didn't take that initiative and say, hey, let's do something besides let our town waste away.
Yep. You're absolutely right. And I think that's one of the biggest things I talked about at the funeral was how much he did for our downtown and everything we have down here. You can take it back to John, for sure.
And I'll add one more lighter note, funny note. Early on in my council career, we had a meeting in Indianapolis, and he got caught up in a pre-meeting. And I said, "John, we're going to be late." He said, "No, we won't." And I think we were downtown Indianapolis in an hour and a half. He scared the hell out of me. He got us there. Nope, we won't be late.
I didn't get to work under John either, but coming onto council, he is referenced a lot. His name comes up quite a bit, and like Tyler said, his legacy is obviously living on amongst the individuals here, and just what a tribute and to him throughout the city. It's good to witness it. So
Okay. With that, I will entertain a motion to introduce resolution 2025-16
So moved.
in its entirety. A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Invite Tim Baker up to read the resolution in its entirety. So, thank you.
I won't read it real fast.
John usually wanted you to. I can tell you that. But this one, please don't.
Okay. And I do want to thank all of you for giving me this opportunity. I echo all the sentiments that are expressed. John made such a difference in my life. He meant a lot to me. So it's a real privilege and honor to be able to share this resolution on behalf of the Common Council. Resolution 2025-16, in memoriam John L. Schultz. Mayor John L. Schultz died Friday, October 24th, 2025. John dedicated many years of his life to serving the citizens of Decatur, having served 16 years on the city's Common Council and thereafter 8 years as the mayor of Decatur. His death was a significant loss to our city. It is only fitting that we recognize John for what he did for our community. John was honest, trustworthy, approachable, humble, optimistic, energetic, determined, confident, fun-loving, and someone who believed in the goodness of people. These qualities endeared him to the citizens of Decatur and made him an effective and trusted leader. As mayor, John felt it was his duty to move the city forward. He insisted on updating the city's comprehensive plan. He appointed the Greater Decatur Committee to help identify necessary and desired public projects that would transform Decatur. He encouraged pursuit of stellar community designation and the creation of Decatur Main Street. He embraced the sculptural art and promoted our heritage as a community artistically inspired. His guidance led to the blueprint relied upon over the last 15 years to make Decatur the vibrant community it is today. His efforts and those who worked with him are evident today and will continue to be felt by generations to come. His decisiveness, determination, and steady hand led the city through times of adversity, such as when the economy was in recession and the city's financial stability was at risk. When he fought to keep in Decatur hundreds of Fleetwood jobs which were in peril. When infrastructure improvements were needed, but funding was insufficient. When a water main ruptured during an ice storm, which led to the draining of water towers and the resulting fire and water emergency. Or when Decatur experienced severe residential and downtown basement flooding. In each instance, John rose to the occasion and led our city with skill, common sense, and good judgment. John's pride in Decatur and his belief in its people were always evident. He loved the various community events. He enjoyed the fireworks on the 4th of July, the Kikianga Festival, the Highland Game, Cow Thumping Week, and so much more. He loved being out and about, visiting with so many during these events. It's little wonder that he seemed to know everyone in Decatur. He loved Decatur and it showed. John did not seek the limelight as mayor. He took pride in what was happening in Decatur, but shied away from taking credit for it himself. He was the first to acknowledge that improvements were made only because of the support of the Common Council, the hard work of city employees, and the efforts of hundreds of volunteers. Nevertheless, it took a leader to galvanize so many to work for a common goal. John had that ability, and he used it to push the city forward. Ultimately, what drove John was his desire to make Decatur an inviting place to live, work, and raise a family. He had heard too often from high school students and young adults that there was nothing here for them, nothing to do, and that they couldn't wait to leave. John was determined to change that attitude. He recognized that if the city were to flourish in the future, retaining the next generation of leaders was essential. John supported business expansions which created new jobs. He supported efforts to improve the quality of life of those who called Decatur home. He was an avid supporter of Adams Memorial Hospital, North Adams Community Schools, and the local parochial schools. He believed that if job opportunities were available, if the city was a safe community and full of life, and if excellent health care and access to a quality education were available, the city could give our children and grandchildren a reason to stay. We as council members have lost a colleague, a mentor, a friend, and a man who did so much for our community. And while we mourn the loss of John, it does not compare to the loss of a husband, to a dad, to a grandpa, and to all in the Schultz and Cochran families. We express our deepest and most heartfelt sympathy and prayers. Wherefore be it resolved by the Common Council of the City of Decatur, Indiana as follows. Resolved, John L. Schultz was an outstanding public servant, both as a council member and especially as mayor. Resolved, John L. Schultz had a tremendous and beneficial impact on the city and its future, and will long be remembered as one of its most consequential mayors. Resolved, the members of council for themselves and for the citizens of Decatur hereby express their utmost gratitude and respect for John and his dedication and service to our community, and hereby recognize him for his unfailing leadership and vision. Resolved, a copy of this resolution is to be spread of record in the minutes of the Common Council in honor of John, and copies shall be delivered to Brenda, Mike, Becky, and Lisa in recognition of our deep appreciation for their husband and father. Duly passed, adopted, and resolved by the Common Council of the City of Decatur, Indiana on this 18th day of November 2025. Signatures for the Common Council of the City of Decatur, Indiana, the mayor as presiding officer, and Aaron Hackman as the city clerk treasurer.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. I will accept a motion to pass ordinance, or resolution 2025-16.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Opposed, same sign. Okay, thank you for that, Tim. And we will give copies to you guys at the end of the meeting. We're just about done here, so we'll bring copies out to you guys. So, thank you guys for being here for that. I really appreciate your presence. And okay. That's the end of the agenda items. Anything from department heads? Kevin G.
The career fair on Friday was a fun event. There were no shenanigans between the fire department and the police department.
Can't imagine.
I will speak up. We had a lot of interest. It was a good event. I got word over the weekend for the cops hiring program grant that we were not selected, so that potential avenue is closed at the moment.
Okay.
I was not offered any advice of why other than refer to a page of some obscure document that
Chef Sheets.
We're closing down this year's Survival Lifehouse. We have 2 days left, Friday and Monday.
About how many kids have been through it this year?
Probably close to between 400 and 500 so far.
Awesome. Thank you guys again for doing that. It's great. I always say that you can talk to somebody in their 30s. They don't remember what they learned in geometry, but they remember going through the Survivor Lifehouse, and that's a great thing. So, Kurt,
Good.
Aaron, Jamie.
This Friday is the downtown Christmas tree lighting. There'll be gingerbread houses set up in the Hive, and then Santa will be around. The lighting is actually at 6 o'clock, but the event is from 4 to 8. And then Friday and Saturday is also Main Street's Christmas open house.
Awesome. Matt.
We're getting through leaf season pretty good. I feel like we're ahead of schedule right now with the weather the way it was and people really out doing it. So I'd say we got another at least good 3 weeks left of it and try to get through the season here.
The wind's probably knocked a lot of them down lately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wish we could get a third guy maybe or to help here.
Yeah. That's right. Ben Mills, I expect you to see Santa Claus. I want to see what he has to say. All right. Anything from council? Aaron? Ann?
No.
Okay. I'll
Make a motion to pay the claims.
Second.
motion and a second to pay the claims. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay.